All right, everybody, I've got a great upsell product for you today. This little device here is called a seal and protection kit. When you're out doing cleanings, especially in the air conditioning mode, when the units are running and creating a lot of water through dehumidification, that water's got to go somewhere. It normally goes out the condensate drain lines. Your job as a maintenance man is to clean these drains regularly. However, the drain lines can often get clogged up through no fault of your own. You can get attic insulation in there, bugs can get in there, spiders can create cobwebs, the termination point outside the house can get covered up with dirt or mulch. And what happens is the water will back up into the unit. Now most units, if they're installed in an attic, have what's called an emergency drain pan underneath that has its own drain as well. Now if that one gets clogged up or isn't drained right or wasn't installed right, the water has nowhere else to go then but overflow and into the ceiling. You've got several units that are installed in closets. These only have one drain, and if that drain gets clogged up, the water overflows and can mess up carpets and wood floors and things like that. Now, when you're out on these calls, you need to look for these opportunities. Anywhere where water can do damage, this little device needs to be installed. And if you explain to the customer exactly what could happen and what this could prevent, if you into your ceiling, not only are you going to damage the drywall in the ceiling area, if the customer's not home and that water continues to come through the ceiling, it can go onto furniture, onto carpets, and do all kinds of damage. This little device here, which isn't that expensive, but is easy to install in 5 minutes, great revenue source, and can prevent a ton of damage. It's also a great fail-safe for you. If you just did a cleaning and you didn't clean those drains out properly, and you sell them one of these, and then it overflows, and this cuts the unit off and stops producing moisture, you've just saved your company a ton of money in drywall repairs and possibly saved your job. So we're going to go out in the lab. This is a lot easier to show you how to install on a mock-up unit, but it's straightforward and it's the same way in every single unit you go to. So we're going to go out in the lab real quick. I'm going to show you how to install this, and it is a great upsell product. So I want you to start pushing these. If your company's not doing it, you tell your owner, hey, I want to get some of these on the truck. I could probably sell 2 or 3 a day, and you make a pretty penny in commission if you go out and sell these. Okay, I'll see you in the lab. Okay, we're at our little mock-up out here, and you can see the low voltage areas inside this furnace. Now I've already removed the thermostat wire that runs to the outdoor unit, so all we have is the thermostat wire attached right now that runs to the thermostat. In prior lessons you did all your low voltage training, so you're aware of what I'm talking about here. Now we got yellow that runs for our air conditioning unit. We got white, which is our heat, blue, which is common for the transformer, green is for fan. Now we're looking for R. This is our main 24 volt power source. I've taken the red wire off of the terminal there. Now what we want our seal and protection kit to do is we want this to be able to shut the unit off. So we've got 2 wires, all right. Now we're going to take one wire, one part of the wire, and we're going to install it where the red was on the control board. All right, so now 24 volts is going to come out of this board and is going to go out to your thermostat. All right, but before it goes to the thermostat, we want it to go through this switch. So if there's any problems with the water overflowing, we can stop it. Okay, so we just simply put one side on the 24 volt out. Now it'll go down that line and it'll go through this switch. Now I have there's a float switch here. This installs in the drain pan. I'll show you that in a second. Goes in one wire, comes out the other. Okay, so now this is just a continuation of the 24 volts. Once it's gone through the float switch, comes out on this end, and now all we do is simply wire nut it. Just like that. So now we got red coming out of 24 volts. It goes down the yellow wire to our float switch, comes back up through the float switch on the other yellow wire and into the red and on out to the thermostat. Okay, now that we got our float switch hooked up, we just need to put it in the emergency pan. So you see underneath this furnace here, you see this drain pan down here. Okay, now all we have to do is put this end right on the edge of the drain pan, just like that. All right. And you see you got those 3 bolts right there. Basically all we got to do is just tighten those up. Alright, now what happens is if the drain lines get clogged up and the water overflows into this pan, the float switch inside this seal and protection kit will raise up and shut the unit off. It'll interrupt power to the unit. Everything will shut down. This is great because the homeowner will know something's wrong because the house will start getting warm, and they'll call us. We'll come. We'll see that we've prevented a catastrophe in their ceiling. They'll see value in this purchase that they made prior to this happening. You can go ahead and get the drain lines cleaned out, get everything running properly, reset the system. So it's as simple as that. We just go up here to our low voltage terminals right there. We break the R. We install one side on the R. We put the other side on the red wire that goes out to the thermostat. And if you are having trouble comprehending this, you need to go back to our low voltage lesson. This is basic as it gets. This can be installed in 5 minutes on every system that's in an attic or in a closet, and you can make a ton of money. So go upsell this product, get it on your truck. You can sell one of these in every single home that has a unit up in an attic where possible water damage could happen. Okay, that's it for this lesson. Get this on your truck and go make some money.